You know, we all know the story of David and Goliath, right? It's the classic underdog tale. The small hero, the huge villain, and that one perfect shot with a stone that changes everything. It's the ultimate story about defeating the monster out there. But today, we're going to look at it with a bit of a twist.
Wow. Okay, so this quote from our source material just flips the whole thing on its head. It suggests the giant isn't some enemy on a battlefield. It's a mirror. And, a reflection that most of us would really rather not stare at for too long.
And that really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. I mean, forget the battlefield for a second. Let's think about the quiet space in our own minds. What if the biggest, scariest giant you'll ever have to face is the one you're carrying around inside you?
So let's give this enemy a name, shall we? The source material calls it the Goliath Within. Let's really break down what that actually means. Now, this isn't some little cartoon devil on your shoulder. No, it's way more subtle than that. It's that deep, gut-level pull toward the easy path, the comfortable choice, the quiet life, even when you know, deep down, that what's really needed is courage, that what's needed is change.
And here's exactly how it tends to show up in our everyday lives. It's that moment you choose comfort over courage. Like maybe not speaking up when you know you should. It's ignoring a big injustice because, honestly, dealing with it just feels inconvenient. Or how about benefiting from systems we say we disagree with? And maybe the most powerful one, choosing a comfortable lie over a heavy, difficult truth. I mean, does any of that ring a bell?
You know, if you're going to face a giant, you have to know where it lives. And this Goliath's lair, well, it's built out of our comfort, our silence, and our complicity.
And what's so fascinating here is this idea of blind spots. This isn't about being actively malicious or evil, not at all. It's about the parts of ourselves and our world that we just choose not to look at too closely. Why? Because seeing them clearly would demand something from us. It would demand that we change.
And to dig a little deeper, we really have to understand this tricky word, complicity. It's not just one thing. It can be unintentional harm, propping up a broken system just by being a part of it. It can be silence, where not speaking out is basically a form of consent. And yeah, it can be enjoying the benefits that come from injustice, even if we never ask for them.
Okay, so we've defined the giant and we've mapped its territory. And that can feel pretty overwhelming, I get it. But you're not defenseless here. There's a way to fight back, a sort of plan for forging your own weapon against it.
But here's the thing. This isn't a battle of brute force. The weapons you need are different. They're things like honesty, to actually see the truth, humility, to accept your part in it, and of course, courage, to actually do something about it. And here's your guide. Think of it like a personal quest. First, you have to name your Goliath. Be specific. What's the truth you're avoiding? Second, trace the benefit. How do you profit from things staying exactly as they are? Acknowledging that is absolutely key. Third, ask yourself a hard question. What truth, if I really, truly accepted it, would force me to change my life? And finally, you write what's called a mirror spell, just a simple mantra to keep you honest when that pull of comfort gets really strong.
And let's be super clear about the stakes here. This isn't about having the quote-unquote right opinions or winning an argument online. Not at all. The entire point of facing your inner Goliath is to fundamentally transform how you actually live your life.
Which brings us to the final and most crucial revelation. The source material captures this so perfectly in a short poem. Just listen to this.
So it starts by showing just how close this giant is. This is no stranger. It literally uses your voice, your face. It's that part of you that whispers, "It's fine, don't rock the boat," and so you play along.
It lives your life. It sits in your chair, it walks in your shoes, it makes all those comfortable choices for you, all while telling you, hey, this isn't really me. I'm not really responsible. And we let it. We let that part of us choose for us.
And there it is. That's the heart of it all. The moment the mirror cracks, the giant, that capacity for comfort, for looking away, for complicity, it was you all along. But so is the capacity for something else. The hero, the one who can finally pick up that stone, that's also you.
So, you see, the story of David and Goliath isn't really about a boy and a giant on some ancient battlefield. It's about a choice that exists inside every single one of us every single day. The giant is you, and the hero is you. So, now that you've seen yourself in that mirror, the only real question left is, who will you choose to be?